Hey, everybody, and welcome back to this series here where we are looking at my past backed Kickstarters, mostly game related. We look
Hmm.
at five of those a week
Hmm.
and one non gaming,
Yep.
and we see how much I paid for them.
Hmm.
There's an expensive one in here this week.
Ooh.
And see how many times we played them, see if we got our value or whatever, and just basically is taking a look and sharing that with you.
All right.
So let's do it. Yes, I won't forget that again.
Hmm.
Okay. First one is, well, it's the expensive one.
Oh, hostage.
Hostage negotiator career. I went all in on this
Did you?
because there's like the base game and a bunch of expansions.
Yes.
And it was 130.
Oh, wow.
I have played this quite a few times,
Yeah.
but
Not recently.
and also I basically played like a tiny fraction of it, and I played that tiny fraction of it over and over again.
Oh.
So like I haven't even got anywhere near everything in this box.
Mm.
Um, I well actually the okay so I watched Liz Beyond Solitaire do a video on it. I'm
Okay.
like, that sounds fun, and there was a Kickstarter coming up, so cool. I backed it, went all in. You know,
Hmm.
sometimes I like maybe like one a year or whatever, where like I'll just go all in and spend a lot of money on this.
Hmm.
Um, I like the game.
Yes.
I don't love the game.
Mm.
Basically because there's a lot of die rolling, and sometimes just the dice are not gonna go your way, right?
Yeah.
And it's happened a lot of
Right.
times. So it's because it's a solitaire only game. Did I say that already? Where you're a hostage negotiator trying to rescue hostages from,
Hmm.
bad people. There's so much in here. So many, because like this was a new expansion, but like, like I said,
Yeah.
I went and did all of it. So much stuff. Um,
You have it.
just I have not even the career part is like the campaign. I haven't even started it
Oh, no.
yet. Yeah, I know. Um, And the reason I maybe should have maybe not backed this and waited, we'll get to in a future video.
Okay.
Um, that die does not look like that. It's a weird render of that die.
Right.
Yeah, so there's just so much stuff in there. Just like all these abductor packs, which are little. I have
All I can think of
all of it.
when you were going through and they had the red film over
Yes,
top of it is that one joke that Watch It Played made that they made up a name for it. Now I can't remember the
oh
name of that, but
yeah, because look at all this stuff.
oh gosh.
Just a huge list of things. I did not get the playmat,
Oh,
so I actually did not do the highest level. You don't need
you
it.
restrained
I know,
yourself
isn't that
at
crazy? And I
playmat.
didn't add it on afterwards because I
Mm.
don't have it. So much stuff.
Oh goodness.
So much stuff. Got the little meeples for all the guys. Yeah, I know they're so silly looking. Look at them.
They are really
I've
cute.
literally played against one of these people.
Yeah. You
Like
should probably
I
play some
know, I
more.
know. Just and then all of these
Oh, some of those
stretch
just look
goals.
so weird.
I know, but I think they look silly on purpose.
I hope so, because
But like the artwork in the game doesn't look like that. But I don't know, whatever. It doesn't bother me. They just sit on the board and hold the place.
well, Meeple people always look like when they put like a sticker on it, and then I'm like, no, it just looks weird.
So anyway, yeah, definitely a game I need to play more,
Mhm.
especially based on how much money I spent on it.
Yeah.
It can just be a little frustrating because if you have a bad die rolls a couple of times in a row, it's
Hmm.
like, all right. So here's the next one,
Okay.
which is Maquis,
Okay.
which ironically is another game that I saw Liz from Beyond Solitaire playing. I'm like, this looks fun also.
Yeah.
It was like it was a print and play in 2013, and
Oh.
like then they published it after
Okay.
5 or 6 years or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, Here's another game that I like but don't love as a solo game, another
Okay.
solitaire game.
Hmm.
And part of the reason is, as you know, I'm not very good at like patience or stealth, and that goes mostly for video games.
Yeah,
And this,
that's
and
true.
this is kind of a stealth-ish board game
You were terrible at stealth games.
where you have so many turns to try to sneak into places, and and I get impatient and I'm like, oh, of course I can go to this place and it'll be perfectly fine. My way back won't be blocked, and my guy won't get captured, and that happens almost every time.
Rush in, charge, and fight for your life. That is you.
I'm so bad at it. Look, there's a quote from Beyond Solitaire. Um, Gosh, I know she made it look so easy in the thing, but you have to like plan your moves carefully and like slowly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, Liz is obviously better than that.
well, okay. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Um, so it's a cool game. It's an interesting game. It doesn't take a ton of time to play.
Mm-hmm.
There's those mission cards you can see up there. Some are
Yeah.
way easier than other ones. So I think the last couple of times I played, I handpicked them instead of picking them randomly. Like pick easier ones
Mm-hmm.
because
You got tired of losing.
some are ridiculous. Like well, there's like how am I ever gonna do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a solid solitaire game that I would recommend if you like solitaire type games.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you have to
Yeah.
be very deliberate with your moves in your turns
Mm.
and be very careful,
Mm.
which I'm not always careful.
No.
I'm very reckless when I play pretty much video games and board games, whatever. So maybe not my style, but I still
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it's a game, and it wasn't even expensive, right?
Yeah.
24 bucks.
No.
Yeah.
Not compared to hostage.
Yeah, to the 131. Yeah. Like, yeah. I probably got about the same amount of enjoyment out of both of them. So that's the way it goes. All right. So this next one here,
Mm.
look, it's the Starving Artist second print. Okay, so we talked about this game earlier.
Yes.
The
I do love this game.
good old Frank Alberts here was reprinting the game and adding like some expansion material,
Yes.
and that didn't go so well.
No.
$20. I just basically got all the new stuff. I think I don't
Yeah.
even think I got some of that stuff, like the canvas rack box. I don't have that. Whatever that is, I don't have it.
I don't, it came in a box. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but we put it all in the normal box.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't remember, but
So it made a lot of money.
yeah.
It's a fun game.
Yeah.
Problem is the dude bailed on it.
Yep. Sure did.
Like after like I don't even know. It was quite a while of like, oh yeah, I'm working on it, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Something then like I don't know, some personal issues came up and then he just disappeared. But the good news is, I don't know where it is on here.
Yeah.
Uh, I can if you look at the updates here, they were now suddenly made by Deepwater Games.
Yes.
Deepwater Games took it over
Yes.
and
To finish the pledges and
did come through and finish it. I
yeah.
assume at this point everyone has gotten what they ordered.
I hope so.
I think I mean it was real slow to get out even after they took it over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean not a lot to say about this other than the fact that it was like I don't think I'm ever going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then luckily another company picked it up.
Yeah. It took quite a while, but we eventually did, and I still love this game. So.
Yeah, it's great. And like yeah, all this extra these extra new cards.
Isn't there like an After Dark or Adult or
There is, let me see if I can find that on
was
here.
that up there or no? No, that's Asian.
Asia, this is I don't know. Backer's Choice,
Hmm.
voted. I don't remember even voting. Yeah, I guess there was a vote at some point.
Oh,
Do we
yeah.
have those? Are those in there?
I don't know if those are
I
in.
don't know if they ever produced those. That was another game
Yeah.
by the same guy. He bailed on this. There was like a bunch,
Yes.
like three or four projects he had going and that he bailed
Right.
on.
Yeah. But Deepwater
Hmm,
picked up Cristallo too,
they
so
did, but
they.
I'm not sure that these cards ever got.
I don't know they ever if they ever
I
got.
don't know. I
We
guess.
never really went through them to see, I guess.
Yeah, they're NSFW cards here, which is so stupid because
Horror
it's
and
just
adult.
like
Yeah, whatever.
yeah, horror and adult. I mean, come on, whatever. It's like super old art with
Yeah.
maybe some nudity in it
Oh no.
or a tiny bit of violence. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Not worried about playing those with the kids.
No.
Um, so yeah, so I know Deepwater was going to redo the game, I believe, weren't they? But
I don't
the stuff like they were gonna like do a new version of it
I'm not
to
sure
like
what happened.
clean it up. Maybe like the box isn't the greatest box. Like it's one of those games where the scoreboard is inside the box, like it's inside the box lid or whatever,
Mm,
which isn't always the greatest thing. But I don't know what the status is with Deepwater games these days, so who knows if that's ever gonna come out. But still, it's a fun game,
yes, it is.
and we almost didn't have it.
We almost
We
did.
did. All right.
Well, we had the game. We almost didn't have
Okay.
the expansion.
Right. Correct. So the next one is the Raccoon Tycoon expansion.
Oh, fat
So
cats.
this is almost an unnecessary
This
expansion.
box is so huge.
Okay, oh right, because this came with the large box that we have, right?
Yes.
Okay, it was $29.
Really?
Yes. No, or did this go in the normal box? I think this.
Because the box says Fat Cat
You're right. It
expansion.
does. It does. All right. So anyway,
I don't know
Raccoon.
where it is, but
We looked at this already before, right? Because we backed the first one.
yes.
The Fat Cat expansion, like I said, is almost not needed. This is this new stuff or is this old stuff? Yeah, this must be new stuff. Okay.
I don't know. All I know,
Rabbits,
all I know is we got so many of those rabbits.
badgers. I know because it was like because it was a promo from the first one that they included in the expansion.
Yes.
New town cards, new buildings, uh, new meeples. There's a I don't even remember. There's a mechanism
Yeah.
that you use these
The
things
a
for.
new
So
ginormous
so
starting
goofy.
player card or
Um,
token.
the real unnecessary part is those player boards. They are so huge and they take up so much of the table, and you really do not need them at all. They can help for like tracking your stuff, but it's like so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Um, I'm glad I have it.
Yeah.
Obviously we just throw the stuff in when we play,
Yeah. We
but
do.
we had those from the first one.
Yeah. We did.
Do we have those?
They're so
They were at
cute.
a stretch goal. I bet we do. It was like his daughter's prototype card. She drew the prototype cards before they
So
published the
cute.
game. I think we do, but it's not all of them. So if you want to play with all of
Yeah,
them,
because the stretch goal was
yeah,
the
okay.
expansion box. I
Which
can't believe we got that and that for $29.
$29. There was shipping charge on this one. We're starting to get into the era of Kickstarters that charge shipping.
Right.
Um,
It's just so
yeah, cheap as heck.
right. Huh.
Yeah, we've got all this stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, there it is. Giant fat
Yeah.
cat oversized box. It's insanely large.
It really is.
Player shields, which are really not even that necessary.
Mm.
Basically, they figured out a way to make this game take up even more space on the table.
Yeah, it really is a table hog.
It's fun though. It's
Yes.
it's it's
I do love this
it's a
game.
classic around here. So,
Yeah.
all right, and the last gaming one is Tussimus,
Yes.
which was an
Button shy.
extremely well funded game. Yeah, or like for like $10, and they had almost 4,500 backers.
Yes.
Yeah, I may have added
Remember.
on. We'll see if there's something I added on.
Right. It's a
Um,
button shy game. It's one of the Wally games. It's a fun one, where you're making little bouquets that mean things.
yeah, it's one of those games where like, yeah, I cut you choose, where like you put a card face up and a card face down, and your opponent has to pick which one they want to take.
Mm-hmm.
It's real simple. Doesn't It says it takes 20 minutes. I feel like it takes less than 20 minutes.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're really thinking about your choices, it takes 20 minutes.
For the most part, Button Shy makes great games.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few duds in there, but
Mm-hmm.
this is one of like their most popular and most famous ones.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I think did I add on Sprawlopolis? I bet maybe I did. I don't
I
know.
don't
But I know I have it, but I may have backed it in a future Kickstarter. So we'll save to talk about that later.
know. Okay.
Yeah, fantastic game. How many of these do I have in this picture?
Um,
One, Smoke and Mirrors. Wow, not many.
the many in this one.
Well, there's that one with the weird hot dogs. But
We don't have that
I
one.
talked about it in the Board Game Dads episode I was in. Remember that? Where
Yeah.
they're like dogs, but they're hot dogs. It's really bizarre, creepy art. I don't even think you can ever find that one anyway.
Mm,
So one, I have Mint Julep, which is two.
right. Still, we have.
Stew, which is three, and that's it. Oh, no, Sprawlopolis, which is
Yeah.
four. So
Yeah. We don't have too many in that picture.
no. Yeah,
Hmm.
Tussie Messy, great game.
Okay.
$10, money well spent on that one.
Okay.
All right, and then the non-gaming one is Strong Female Protagonist Book Two. I
Mm-hmm.
skipped by Book One, which I also backed a couple of years before this.
Okay. Molly Ostertag.
Yeah, so this was a webcomic that they published in two volumes. It was an ongoing webcomic. I spent $55 because it comes with pins, and I have those pins.
Okay.
I don't know. You've never read it, obviously.
No. I've read Witch Boy.
Sure, right. Molly Ostertag has gone on to do many other more famous things,
Mm-hmm.
and that's part of the problem with this is they never actually finished it.
Oh
It went on
no.
hiatus, and you can look at their website, and it's like, we'll be back. Currently on hiatus, and that was updated years ago. So,
Mm.
unfortunately, they never came back to this. The story isn't finished, which is unfortunate because I highly recommend this comic. It's got a really good story. I love the art on this comic.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I previously had that.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
Wonder if they'll ever go back
I
to
don't. Yeah, right.
it.
I got a feeling at this point they won't because
Mm,
this was 2017.
no.
They have not gone back to it to finish the story. So unfortunately, look, I could have had a cameo in there. How much did that cost?
A lot, I'm sure.
Boy, there's a lot of pledge levels here.
Yeah, there is.
This is cameo. Do. Oh my gosh. There, $250, and they could have put in there.
It was actually not that
No, but
terrible.
I guess at that time I
Yeah.
was, not looking to spend
No.
that much money on
Comic book.
something so silly. All right. Yeah, so I just wanted to highlight this because it's really great. I don't know. You can read it for free online if you want.
Mm-hmm.
I assume the book is still in print, but then again, it may not be because it's been so long.
Don't know.
But yeah,
Awesome.
that does it for this week.
All right.
Um, a lot of expansions on this one.
Yeah,
A
there is.
couple of expansions in solo games. So I guess
Expansions and solo games.
I
That's
guess at
the
this
theme.
point, yeah, that's what I was backing. So yeah. All right. Well, that wraps it up,
All right.
and we'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.
And I really need to cut his nails. He was sitting on my lap last night and just like bleh, dying.
You were dying.
Yes, because he just kept digging his nails into my leg.